Deenadayalan. He has experience of 27 years in the IT industry, and as a Toastmaster, he is already past 10 years of experience. And he has an hobbies of reading books, investing, and self-development. So Deenadayalan is providing his educational speech on the humorous speech. Yeah, definitely we are going to give a challenge, Deenadayalan. So we all deciding not to talk, not to laugh loud when you are giving any examples and everything. So you have a hard task. So
Thank you.
is it challenge is accepted, Deenadayalan?
Sure. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Ravindra. Good morning to all, and thanks for the opportunity to Chennai Tamil Toastmasters Club. I'm not going to say anything new, but then I'm going to augment the humorous spirit that you already have in you with some of the tools and techniques that I have learned and applied in my humorous speeches. Please kindly allow me to share my screen so that I'll be able to walk through you to the presentation. Let me know if my screen is visible.
Yes, yes, it is very visible. Yeah, you can continue.
Right. Okay. Thank you. All right. I'll request everyone to have some material to note things down, because when we discuss, you may get some ideas which will help you in shaping up your humorous speech. It could be a simple pen and paper, or it could be a notepad if you're taking it from the laptop. Okay. All right. What's humorous speech? It's about the narration of your experience on life's everyday occurrences. It's just what you think about the situations and how you explain to the audience that constitute the humorous speech, right? A simple difference between a stand-up comedy and a humorous speech. In a humorous speech, we also follow the structure of Toastmasters. It should have a beginning, it should have a body, and a conclusion. And why humorous speech? Because when you add story to your speech, the audience remembrance improves by 50%. But if it is funny, they still remember it for a very long time. So that's why it's important to add humorous into your speeches. It pumps up the audience experience during the speech and afterwards as well. Okay, let's go on to some scientific explanation about why or what makes people to laugh, because this is one gift which only humans were given, right? It's when audience thinks that certain things are true, it is revealed at the last moment that something else is also true. The involuntary psychological reaction is called as laughter. I repeat, when audience believe that there are certain things are true, it is revealed at the last moment that something else is also true. The involuntary psychological reaction is called as laughter. Very difficult to understand this, right? Let's see with an example. My wife and I happily lived for 20 years. And then we met. Now, everybody would have thought that on the first statements, they thought about about the married life. But the second statement again revealed the same thing, or revealed another truthful statement, which is otherwise. So the difference creates laughter. This is how we can learn to create our own jokes. Like, whatever the audience might think as a truthful statement, you put another truthful statement and reveal at the last moment to create jokes. So the joke I called as anatomy of a joke consists of three different parts: a truthful statement, a careful misdirection, and a punch phrase. The first two are sometimes called as setup. Let's see this say structure, or let's apply this structure in few examples. My semester exam results declared is a truthful statement. I felt very happy, a careful misdirection. And the punch phrase is when my friend also got failed. Now, if you apply this thing into the Sudoku structure, it applies it very well, right? The first statement, my semester exam results declared, it's a truthful statement. I felt very happy is also a truthful statement. So the last punch reveals the reason for my happiness. If you are able to structure your experience into this format, you will be able to create jokes. Let's see another example. I did not come to this meeting just to show off, nor find an opportunity to get free snacks. Actually, I came here for both. This joke was written when we had a physical meeting, and it applied that time well. Is that clear? Let's see another example. I asked my wife, is dinner ready? She replied, it is ready when Dina finished cooking. Okay. So there are several methods to write humor things. So we will see one by one. So what the list are not important, but how we try to see what are the different ways that we can create humor is important. Irrelevance. Irrelevance is like you have seen some situations where some serious discussion is happening. Somebody says something really very silly, and that creates a moment of laughter. This is what it is. Let's say some example. A teacher says, arise, awake, and stop not until goal is reached. At that moment, a boy stands and asks, ma'am, can I go to the bathroom now? Now, the urgency that the teacher is trying to proclaim is manifested into a different format, creating laughter. Okay, this is irrelevance. Similarly, another example, professor, change is the only thing that is constant in the world. Change is good. We must prepare ourselves for a change. When professor is saying the statements to his students, a peon enters and says, sir, you just got transferred. And the change directly applies to him as well. So these are the moments where you can think of how you can add irrelevant into your speech to convert that statement into a joke. Okay, non-essentials. This is almost close to the irrelevance part. We will just see that with an example, like highlighting the portion which is not very important, right? That sometimes creates a joke. And a lady IAS officer is being questioned by the press, or she's addressing a press, let's say. We are doing everything possible to control a situation. Let's take any political unrest or whatever, okay? And she's addressing the press and saying the statement. But then a lady reporter asks her, ma'am, I have a question. Yes. Ma'am, your saree is so nice. Where did you buy? Now, in these statements, the should I in this statement, the discussion is about something very serious, and the saree is not of not very important, but highlighting it might cause a joke. Is that sound should I consider as 10 minutes has passed? Timer? I can't see the screen, so because I'm sharing, so I'm just asking.
No, certainly.
All right. Okay. Fine.
You can continue, please. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Similarly, a manager is giving a presentation. So the engineer is asking, sir, super, sir, nice, wonderful, really amazing, very good flow. Where did you buy that marker pen, sir? The manager is thinking that he has been appreciated, but the engineer is talking about something really very not important part, right? The marker pen. So that's the where I can actually insert humor into your speeches. This is about a spark where already established statements will be there. Okay, where you can add a twist into it or highlight a particular word in it, and then create a humor out of it. Let's see one example: a Christian wedding where during the time of the wedding, the husband make a promise, and this statement goes exactly like this: I take you as a lawfully wedded wife and promise to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do us apart. So this is a standard established statement. How you can actually try to highlight some specific words and try to convert that entire situations into different. And this was written at the time of pandemic corona, so it may or may not relevant right now. But anyway, let's give it a try. Now I wanted to holding the hands, right, in this situation was this spark, and this is how it was converted into a situation. I take you as a lawfully wedded wife and promise to never hold your hands, even in situations that I have to hold. I will immediately wash my hands and care to wear a mask in sickness and health till corona do us apart. This might be specific to particular situation, but the real point I wanted to mention is that in an already established statement, you can get a spark in one particular word or a phrase and then try to expand that, or how possibly that happen. Because at the time of corona, holding hands is never considered to be a right thing to do because it is contagious, right? So that's created a spark, and this is how I try to convert that statement. It's not necessarily one particular word, so it could be the same statement. I can take another word, okay, and also create convert the same statement into a different one like this. I take you is a spark in this statement, and then I converted that into as if the husband is saying, I'll tolerate you as lawfully wedded wife and promise to never open my mouth from this day forward for better, for worse, except for yawning or snoring, till you make the food ready and allow me to eat. So this is how you can convert an already established statement and create a situation which can create laughter. Though these examples are not so exciting, but I'm just trying to put forward a technique where you can add, right? Are you guys are with me? Okay. All right. There are other methods like where you can look for misinterpretations, okay, because English is a very good word where you can have the same different meanings for the same word. Light, for example, can denote the heaviness, or also it can denote the light, right? Actual light. So these are the places where you can make use of that and then try to create a joke. My wife is searching for misplaced keys. As a husband, I said, it is in your genes. But what she interpreted is, she thought I was talking to her family genetic way of forgetting things, and she was saying, don't pull my family into this. But actually, I meant the keys are in her genes band. Okay, so this is how we can try to misinterpret a particular word and create a joke out of it. The another one, save environment, save paper, save. This is what I put as a message in my status in office messaging system. Okay, save environment, save water, and save planet. When the manager looked at it, and then he responded me like this: first, save your Excel sheet. Last week, you actually almost missed to save, and we lost the details of the report. So here, the word save can be interpreted in a different way. Okay, look for the interpretation and try to create situations that you can leverage that into misinterpretations. Okay, or okay, this is the simple something like IT freshers thing. Okay, let's all right. Okay, so now we have seen this Joe structure already. Truthful statement, careful misdirection, and the punch phrase. Okay, so the first, the truthful statement and the careful misdirections, I said it is a setup and a punch. Sometimes you can keep the same punch and try different setups as well. Example, you are next. Shall we take it offline? I'll tell you an example again because this example has to be explained. Well, when I was in my age where marriage age, right? We're looking for, there were multiple alliances I'm looking for. And when there will be some aunties in every family, right? She keeps track of what you are doing. Okay, what is going on with your family? Every time I go to a function, she'll say, I'm waiting for your marriage. You are the next. Whenever any functions, marriage functions I go, you are next. Like you are supposed to get married next, like that. It so happened that we happened to meet in a funeral. So that is where it is my turn to say, you are next. So this is the way the same punchline is kept the same, but situation was reversed. You can try to incorporate in your speech. There are some famous punchlines always available, right? I am waiting, like our famous uh, dialogue, right? So you can keep that as a punchline. Try to use that same punchline and create different situations in the course of your speech. That will work out very well. Okay. And I also tried this statement, shall we take it offline, in one of my speech, because I was explaining about the situation in a meeting room where all serious discussions will happen. But the moment a critical questions is being asked, right, you will not have, you will be kind of a cornered. You don't know what to say. The only thing that comes at your rescue is that, shall we take this offline, right? But in my opinion, none of the discussions had ever been tracked offline. So it was only an escape mechanism to say that statement when you are required to speak. Okay, I used this one in my speech. At the end, I ended like this. I know you will have all the questions and clarifications with respect to my techniques, but since the time is not available, shall we take this offline? So I was able to recollect whatever I said before during the course of my speech and end with this. That worked out very well. So here the punchline is used with the two different situations. Okay, clear. As I said, there are a lot of other punchlines that we can use. Just miss, I am waiting, like that. The humor is in the exaggeration. Okay, the simple statement may not have humor, but if you extend or stretch the situation, it will create humor. Okay, on my way to office, there was a Swiggy guy. Okay, you know how the Swiggy guys travel rides, right? They go very fast. They cut you most times and create panic. In one situation, so one Swiggy guy almost hit my car when I was driving. I rolled down my windows and said that, "Are you educated?" Okay, he just simply stared at me and went. Nothing happened. I went to my office. That's all. What in that particular situation? I'm simply stretching that situation. Once I ask that question, "Are you educated?" Okay. What if he responds, "Yes, be computer science. I have Java experience. Do you have offer?" If you can exaggerate that situation and then create place your imaginations to fill in what are the other possible combinations that would come, then possibly that situations can be converted into a humor. Okay, please raise the questions or stop me in case if you need more clarification, because I can't see you, I'm only seeing the presentation. Are we clear so far? Any questions? Am I going too fast, too slow? You can unmute and speak, anyone.
Yes, sir, it is clear.
Well pitched, then carry on. Well
All right,
pitched,
okay.
then carry on.
Okay. All right, okay.
It's a wonderful thing.
Thank you very much. Okay,
Dina.
what are the sources for your script? How much time have we left, timer? Sorry, I can't see your screen, so.
Sir, 2 more minutes left.
2 more minutes. Okay, fine. All right, I'll take 1 minute to just wind it up and then ask questions. Okay, so tragedy plus time is equal to comedy. Whatever your first experiences, right? If you can tell that experience to the people and you stretch those experiences into fine details, I think that can be converted into a comedy. So people who are asking about what kind of script should I take, think of your first experiences of anything: driving a car, traveling overseas, okay, first train journey, or riding a cycle, anything, one side love, matrimonial experience. Whatever you felt, right, you narrate it and add jokes and techniques into it. It will work out really very well. Relive experience in rich details. The fun is in the details. See, as a plain statement, there'll not be joke. But if you stretch it, detailed it enough, that would be good. Like what the example I said before, right? Swiggy guide stuff. So just like in any situation, I go to office, somebody not driving well, I go to, and then I go my way, he goes his way. That's it. It's a normal statement. But the details about what happened and how I reacted, what if he has reacted in different ways? Okay, so that is what creates a humor. Okay, deprecating humor. Of course, you should put yourself down. So audience like you to fail, so you always put yourself down. And even if you wanted to, somebody does something stupid, okay, you should project as if they did really correctly, and this is how I interpreted as wrong. My friend Jagir used to say this in one of his speeches. He said that the tuck sound that my wife creates while placing the dosa on my plate will tell me whether I'm eligible for the next dosa. Okay, see how probably that situation was not very conductive. Right? Probably they had an argument or they don't go very well. But how he converts that situation into a humor. Right? So that's how when you see it's how you see it. He didn't say that my wife is moved out or my wife is not doing well. She's not doing. She's actually showing a frustration. No, he converted that into a comedy situation. Okay, so that is what is. So he put himself down and then try to see it from a different perspective. Okay, it's simple. Humor speakers put themselves down so the audience attention flows towards them just like water. So humor speakers always have to put yourself down because they wanted someone who was same as them or somewhat low, so that they can feel very high. That's where laughter comes in. If you're giving a professional speech, then a speaker should project himself as more knowledgeable, then only people will listen. But it's always opposite for the humorous speech. Okay, I'll stop here. There are a lot of other things, but time doesn't allow to take that. But anyway, I will open up for any questions quickly.
We'll take this offline.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
No,
Thanks for the opportunity.
I'm just joking.
Oh, okay.
You said
Sorry.
you don't have time. The spark.
Right. Thank you. That's a spark. Thank you very much. I have never seen people applying it so quickly. Thank you very much, sir. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes.
So,
Any
Dina,
questions?
just one question, if you answer this question, would be beneficial to everyone. When we are making jokes, we used to think that's a very big joke. Everybody would laugh like that, but people will be staring at you. How to face that situation? If you have any technique, please.
Okay, so you take that situation as I said, that situation itself as a humor. See, I tell a lot of jokes, but still people consider it as a very serious speech. This is how all of my audience react. So, I mean, you take it anything into a way where I can create humor. I think things will roll out. Okay, don't get frustrated because writing humorous speech first of all should give you that laughter when you are writing it or you're feeling good, right? That presentation, giving it to audience, it will come up. Okay, so when you are serious about and tried all the techniques, and if you have followed all the checklist part, right, eventually they will definitely laugh. So you will get there, but don't get frustrated if they don't laugh, because it only shows that we have to try a little harder. That's all. Yeah. Thank you. Any other questions, team?
Some questions. One is
Right.
like maybe not in this section. Maybe I want to hear like most difficult part in terms of giving the humorous speech is not only the delivery. The first writing the script itself is the most challenge. Whenever
Right. Yeah.
we want to deliver one, when we want to do script, writing the script, we end up having a block. We don't know how to write. Whether we need to play humorous on our events, on the other like audience, and that is an art actually. Then there, maybe we would like to have some tips on writing the script itself, how to write it. Maybe if you can give in the next session, I think that will be
Sure.
helpful, more helpful. Yeah.
Well, I
Thank
have
you.
this as part of this presentation, but due to lack of time, we couldn't do it. But we'll do it next time. How to write a script. There we'll have a live session about how to create a situation. Let's hear each other's what they have written, and we'll discuss it out. Yes, definitely, probably sometime.
Sure. Thank you,
Anyway,
Toastmaster Deenadayalan. It was like amazing.
you. Thank
When
you.
you are when you're giving a like last thing, like no dosa part from your